What's up with y'all, man? I'm eating some cheese right now. Some string cheese. This is what I eat before I go to sleep. Can't put on fat, you know. You can't put on fat with cheese at nighttime. Like I said before, I eat like 0 carbs at night. If I am going to eat. Because I don't want to get fat. But tomorrow I'll be running that track. But I'm off work. Some money going into the booty bank. I mean the booty box. Going into the motherfucking booty box. It's time to go after my dreams and settle this fucking score. You know what I'm saying? I got a score to settle. You know. I'm so focused that I haven't really even groomed myself, dude. My beard is fucking grown hella long. I'm not trying to attract women right now, man. If she comes along, that's fine, you know. She got something to add to the table, that's fine with me, man. Other than that, I'm in my own lane, but I'm in my own fucking lane. I don't want no female telling me how hard it is to become a music producer or to get a hit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no female telling me that. The fat bra was telling me that shit. She was like, but it's hard though, you know? And I'm like, it's supposed to be fucking hard. Look what's behind it. You know, after you obtain, you know, the success, you know, you're going to get the house, the car, you know, the bitches, of course, the money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's all worth the fucking struggle, dude. It's all worth the struggle. I gotta put some money into my booty box. Gotta get the booty box, niggas. You know, gotta maintain the focus, man. Maintain focus, because what's gonna happen in the future, man, I'm gonna end up like some of these guys online that go around complaining about women nonstop. I'm gonna end up like them if I don't fucking get my shit together. And it's hard. The dating scene is so fucking hard that you have to be making a certain amount of money based on your looks. You know what I'm saying? If you a normie, just a regular normie, nigga, you need to be making $500,000 up out here, dude. You know what I'm saying? $500,000 a year. If you're below a normie, like if you're a sub-5 male, a nigga need to be making over $1 million a year. That's how bad it is out here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad the dating game is right now. And it's forcing a lot of men to self-improve and make that money. That's why we got a lot of millionaires here in California. Because dudes know how tough the fucking dating world is. So if you got a bunch of guys that's walking around making $300,000, $400,000 a year, making $1 million a year, then it's going to be hard for you. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you, some of these plain Jane bitches, man, they got it made. They got their pick of the litter up out here. It's getting to a point where like even fat women got their fucking pick of the litter. You know, a fat woman, she can request that you make over $100,000 a year. She's not going to date you if you're not making a certain amount of money. That's how bad it is, you know, for a guy that's a normie, like a guy that's a straight up just average Joe, you know, a 5 as a dude, you know. So it's like, the fuck? I feel like something bit me or something. But, so it's like, you know, it can only get worse from here dating wise. And you got to look into the future. Hey, you be like, you know what? Do I really want to stay like this forever? Or do I want to make changes in my life so I won't be struggling in the future? Because right now, man, I'm looking toward the future. I'm in my own lane. I believe in myself. I believe that I can do it. I believe that I could pull a victory. You know, and whoever stuck by me throughout the whole entire ride, man, gonna get rewarded. Once I get my music equipment, I'm gonna have to fucking, like, you know, hook up with artists. You know, I'm gonna have to hook up with like young talent. You know, gonna have to hook up with people who are on the grind. I gotta network a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because there's going to be a lot of bullshitters out there. A lot of guys who are not going to take this shit seriously. You know, when you're young, for the average cat, man, they don't know how serious, like, your goals are. You know what I mean? It's like a matter between life and fucking death, basically. You know, it's either you're going to be rich and successful or you're going to take a swim in poverty. You know? And it's going to be a long period of time without sex. I called off all the dates that I was going to go on. Females wanted to FaceTime me and shit. And I'm like, nah, I'm not doing this. You know, my mind is focused on, you know, becoming successful in life. Because I got a lot of people that depend on me too. Believe it or not, my nephew depends on me. Believe it or not, my small sister, my youngest sister, she depends on me. You know what I'm saying? So I got a few people that depend on me to make things right and make life easier for them. You know what I mean? So you got to have some type of like emotional, like, you know, you got to have some emotional attachment to your goals and dreams and know what you're doing it for. You know, you got to have a purpose. You know? And see, I'm a music lover. I love music. I've been loving music. You know, I haven't been able to make a living off of it. See, the last time I was in the studio, I did a lot of things wrong. Like I was working by myself. I was spending too much time in the studio and not enough time looking for talent. You know what I'm saying? But what happened was, before I lost my music equipment, I had gained a bunch of knowledge on music by reading a bunch of books. The moment I read those books, I moved out my girl's house. I was living in my van. I didn't pay my note on my van for some reason. And the repo man came and took my music equipment away. Well, he took the van away with my music equipment inside of it. I didn't see it after that. I didn't have no way to go get my van. Nobody wanted to help me. I couldn't get a ride to like go get my van or pay for it. You know what I'm saying? To get it out. I didn't want to drop the money. So I just let the van go with my music equipment, because if I would have paid, did I have money? I don't think I have. I don't know what happened. All I know, I didn't recover the van with the music equipment in it. I didn't recover it. I hit rock bottom. I had knowledge of music. I had just read those books. Then my music equipment got stole from me after I read the books. But I never got the chance to test my knowledge out. You know what I mean? After all those books I read Jermaine Dupri's book. I read a book on the business side of music. I read how to spot a hit, how to know when you have a hit on your hands. You know what I'm saying? I read all of that shit. But then I started drifting after my music equipment got stole. For you guys who don't know, you know, I know some of you guys know about my story, but like so after that, I started drifting. I started partying. I started like going out to bars and clubs and just forgetting about my music equipment and my goals and everything. You know, and then I moved out to LA. You guys knew that. Remember? I moved to LA for a bit. And then I hung out there. When I lost my job out there, I had to come back here because the jobs out here was more fertile. It was like a fertile ground. I could get a job easier out here versus LA. So I had to come back here. You know, so then once I came back here, I met up with my girlfriend again. So we started talking, and one thing led to another, and we ended up living with each other again for a couple of years. I started my fitness channel because I wanted to make money that way. And then I wasn't using the enhancements. I was doing it naturally. You know what I mean? And I did a lot of drifting while I was living there, man. I was blowing money, going to bars and stuff, man. Getting drunk and shit, just drifting. I was drifting. I was working on the channel, but I was halfway doing it, though. I was half-assing it. I suppose I had took them enhancements like the first time I started my channel, but I stalled, and I wish I would have I wish I would have never had stalled. I think I got bit. Shit. That's why I tell people, man, when you got a project, you got to get it done as quickly as possible. You never know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? You know. But it's going to be a long road. You know, this time around, I'm going to be a lot more mature. This time, I'm going to get things done in a timely manner. And, you know, I'm going to meet my artists. You know, I don't have any kids, so I can continue to follow my dreams, man. You know, so I'm gonna get my artists, and we gonna do some tracks. We're gonna put it out there, get some feedback, and we gonna keep on growing from there. You know what I mean? Because you don't know what's hot. How you gonna know what's hot and you don't put your shit out there? I know a lot of cats who's scared to put their shit out there. You know, what you gotta fall so you can get back up again and keep it moving. But you learn from that fall, though. You learn what's hot and what's not. You know? But back to the dating scene. Am I attracting women? Yes, I am. I am attracting women. I'm not, you know, an ugly 40-year-old guy. I'm not. I take care of my body. I exercise, I work out, you know, and women like that, and then they're attracted to that. And my face is not bad either for a 40-year-old. You know what I'm saying? It's not as tight, you know, as it was back in, you know, it's not as tight as it was 10 years ago. But you know, I feel like I look better now than I did back in, you know, 2012. You know, my body fat percentage is lower, you know, but when you think about it, man, there's going to be a lot of like bumps in the road. Well, let's go back to the, it's going to be a lot of bumps in the road going in the music direction, trying to become successful with it because, you know how it is. But, you know, let's go back to the dating scene. I'm going to talk about that real quick, man. The thing is about these women out here, they're quick to forget about you really quickly. Like, I noticed that even when I'm talking to some of these females, they're quick to move on. You know what I mean? Like, that's how bad it is out here, man. Before, when I was younger, we used to get into fights, me and my girlfriends, when I was in relationships and stuff, and we will come back together again. Nowadays, you get into a fight with a chick that you're dating, she's gone, never to return. You know what I'm saying? So, when you get them resources, they'll be back, though. They'll take a lot of shit when you got resources in your fucking hands. In your pockets and shit. You get resources, man, shit. Them bras will be all over you, man. They'll be all over you. And they'll keep coming back for more, too. Because they know. They know who got the resources. You know, that's why it's always good to deal with a bra who don't got resources. So that way you got the upper hand. You know, you got the upper hand in the relationship. You know, she ain't got no resources. She young. She can't find nobody that's gonna, you know, hook her up with a car that you could take back. I believe that, hey, I could finance a car for a female. So that way when she acts up, I could take it back. You know what I'm saying? Just give her the keys. Here you go. Take it. She start acting up, she cheat or something like that. All I gotta do is say, hey, I don't want this car no more. They come and report real quick. That's how you do it. When you give a female, if you're rich, a rich guy, you give a female a car, make sure there's some strings attached to that car. So that way when she start to act up, you can take it back. You know what I'm saying? Never give her, never pay cash. Never pay in full, because you never know how this female is gonna act later down the stretch. You know what I'm saying? When she get that car. You know? But it's getting tough out here dating wise, man. It's getting tough. You know. These chicks are quick to move on quick if you don't have the resources, man. You know. And one thing that's been on my mind has been like revenge. In a success way. You know what I'm saying? It's been like redemption on my mind. Because it's like, I've been done wrong, you know, a lot of the times, man. I sat back and I thought about the shit that people did to me. This quarantine lockdown has like brought out the thinker in me. You know what I'm saying? It really got me into some fucking deep thinking. You know? It really got me into some fucking deep thinking. You know, I don't want to live in poverty for the rest of my life. I don't want to be a poor man for the rest of my life. I want the dating world to be easy for once in my life. You know what I mean? Other than music, you know, being in my passion and stuff like that, it's like I want dating to be easy. I don't want to have to struggle and date in the dating market. Because getting 5s and 6s, that's struggling. I don't care what nobody says, man. That's struggling to me. In my mind, that's struggling. Sometimes you got to settle for a 4. That's struggling. You got a fat girl on your arm, that's struggling. She's a fucking like example of your struggle. You see a black dude with a fat girl on his arm, and he not fat, he's struggling. He ain't got no money. That Gatorade is good. He ain't got no money, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you got to do the best you can, so you won't end up like that, man. So you won't end up having to struggle. You know? When motherfuckers start drifting, you know, a lot of bad things happen. You know, you see all these guys that's coming around to the channel, leaving derogatory, negative comments. These are drifters, man. These are negative drifters. And that book told me about these guys that come around to my channel leaving negative comments. It describes these guys completely to the teeth, man. A drifter will be negative at all times. That's what he was saying in the book. And he will find pleasure in being negative too. It would give him satisfaction. That's what stuck out to me. Because I've been listening to that book again, man. I know some of you guys suggest some other books. Suggest some other book for me again, man. And leave it down in the comment section. You know. So I could check it out. Because I'm about to read some more books. Or listen to it anyway on YouTube. A drifter will find pleasure in being negative. You know what I'm saying? It gives him satisfaction to be negative. You know, and that's what he was saying in the book about these drifters out here. You know, like I said before, man, nobody told you to not go to the gym. Nobody told you not to fucking better yourself financially. You know, nobody told you to fucking like go for the job that only makes 100,000. Dude, that's not no money. That's not no money. You know what I mean? That's not gonna attract beautiful women nowadays. Yeah, I mean, you might attract a hood rat abroad that's fat. You know what I'm saying? But none of 100,000 a year, man. That's chump change. You know, rich men of value wipe their ass with 100,000. You know, but it's a cold game up out here, man. You know, ever since this technology got bigger and stronger and more advanced, turned a lot of guys incel. A lot of guys went into incel. Females can reach out and get better looking dudes, you know, on the internet now. You know, like nowadays I don't see fat couples anymore. I see a fat woman with a dude that's skinny or something like that. I seen that on New Year's Eve when I went to a bar out here, man. I saw nothing but couples, and I swear to God, dude, I saw 6 couples, and like one fat girl and a slim normie dude. You know what I'm saying? I saw 6 couples like that come in, one at a time. I was watching. I was like, damn, a fat girl with a skinny dude, or a dude that looked normal or whatever, or a normie. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the dating market out here is so hard that if you're not over 6 feet tall, if you don't have the face of a model, you know, you're not gonna get a whole lot of pussy. You know what I mean? These females are buying these chads. Okay, these fat women. They're buying chads. You know, fat women got money. You know, so what they doing is they throwing their money at some of these chads, and these chads are fucking them. That's what's going on. So that's why you see a lot of fat women looking at you with disgust. You know, they might, or if they're not fucking chads, they fucking high tier normies. Okay, people like me. They're going after the buff dudes with the 6-packs. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I have no shortage of fat women coming in my direction. For real. They want me. They want the 6-pack. That fat chick that I was with a while back, she was all rubbing on my stomach and my chest while we were laying in the bed. She was like, oh, I wish I had a stomach like this. And she was just rubbing all on my stomach. Because she, you know, she threw that money at me, man. I said, fuck it. And I still think I made a mistake of not fucking committing to that broad, man. Because she probably would have broke me off some money for my music equipment. I think I fucked up big time. I could have kept her around just a little bit longer. So now I got to find a new fat bitch that's going to help me. She don't even have to be fat. She could be really skinny or some shit like that. That's going to help me get my music equipment. Other than that, I'm going to have to just save my money myself, man. Because I feel like nobody's going to give it to me. Nobody's going to help me get my music equipment. Nobody's gonna walk up to me and say, "Hey, Kelcat, here's some money for your music equipment. Follow your dream, man. Follow your dream." Nobody's gonna do that for me. You know what I mean? I have to do everything myself, and I'm gonna remember that once I'm at the top of my game. I'm like, you know what? I was there. Nobody else. I'm gonna look for my nephew. I gotta give him college funds. You know what I'm saying? I got in the next like 7 years, he gonna go to college. I gotta have that money for him. Somebody gotta look out for him. I'm the only hope up out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only hope in my family. So, gotta do what's right, man. Do what's right. Gotta do what's right. Gotta do what you need to do. You know, you can't suffer like this in the dating world, not getting the women that you desire. And it'll be nice to finally get women that I truly desire for a change in my life. It's been 40 years of dating these 5s, 6s, and 7s. And I'm tired of them, dude. I'm like, okay, well, this is not what I really want. That's why I canceled the dates, dude. I don't want the 5s, 6s. And I you know what? 7s are cool, but they're hard to come by out here, man. All the 7s are taken. Every single 7 I have, like, fucking, every single 7 that I fucking have met, they all taken out here. There's too many dudes up out here. You know? Too many dudes. And, you know, you know what? Let me tell you something real quick. I have never, ever in my life had it so hard when it comes to getting laid. Like, I have never, ever worked so hard just to get a lay. You know, I never had to go out on dates when I was in my 20s. I was fucking bitches without going on dates. Now these women want you to take them out to a dinner, you know, want you to buy them flowers, want you to hold the door open for them and shit like that. These females are entitled. The last girl that I was dating a while back, the Filipino chick with the big booty, fuck, dude. She got mad at me because I didn't fucking like hold the door open for her while she was getting in the car. Dude, that's what happens when there's a shortage of women out here. These simps and shit like that, they do the fucking most up out here. These fucking simps, they do the most up out here. She probably was getting used to that treatment and shit that these simps do up out here, because there's so many fucking dudes that these dudes are fucking opening doors, buying flowers and candy. That's what I read on the internet in an article. They say when there's a lack of women, the simps come out. When there's a lack of women in your area, I mean, when there's a lack of women, or when there's too many dudes in your area, the simps come out. They opening doors, they buying candy. They trying to get them a girlfriend right away because there's not that many women out here. They trying to, these dudes out here, they wifing these girls up right away when they meet them. They buying candy, they buying flowers, they paying for dinners and shit. So that's that simpatry, man, that I cannot compete with, dude. I'm not gonna be buying dinners and shit, blood. Bitch gonna buy me dinner, man. You know, especially if she's fat and I'm not. No, you're gonna buy me dinner. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna, just like the other broad, she's buying everything for me. You know, you gonna buy me dinner. You know, the simps come out when there's a lack of pussy out here. Yeah, it is. It's a lack of pussy, man. And these women know that. Just by the sympatry that goes on in this area. So when you got motherfuckers that will simp harder than you, that will like fucking do more than you, and that will do the most, you can't compete with that if you're not willing to fucking simp to that fucking level. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a simp, dude. I'm not gonna open the door for her. She got mad at me because I didn't open the door for her, or hold the door open or something like that while she got in her car. She got mad at me. because I didn't do that. But I'm not a simp, man. I'm an old school cat. We didn't have any simps back in, like, you know, 1990s. We didn't have no simps. We didn't have, the word simp wasn't even available back then. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just like, man, I'm not like that. So, I mean, you want to, I don't know, man. Anyway, I'm going to end this video. You guys have a good night. Subscribe, like, comment, share.